Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today we're going to go over the 5 basketball cards that went up the most in the last 7 days. Pretty valuable stuff to know because it also shows you which players are going up, what type of cards are going up, which products to look at. So stay tuned. We're going to go over the top 5. First, I want to remind you I have the Sports Card Society where almost every day I make an exclusive video showing a sports card investment that I'm making, and I outline in the video a bunch of research and evidence, etc., of why I think that's a good pick. For instance, back here in the middle of end of October, actually, I was recommending the Joker, Nikola Jokic, Prism PSA 10 to my members. We were getting it for a little less than this, actually. We were getting it for around $300 back then, and today that card is going for, that one went for $830, so pretty good return there. The John Morant Select Courtside PSA 10. I was recommending this around the end of October, early November to my society members. We were getting it for a little less than $700. Today, the latest one sold for $2,000. So a lot of good reasons to be in the Sports Card Society. It's only $9.99 a month plus $9.99 a month. Plus, I hook you up with 20-day PSA grading for just $25. If you go on the PSA website, you'll see that PSA offers 25-day grading for $50. So a lot of good reasons to be in the society. Only $9.99 a month. All right, give this video a like. I super supercalifragilistic appreciate it, seriously. And subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified of great stuff all the time. All right, let's dive into the content. So here we go. The number one guy is Zion. So I'm in the Market Movers tool. This is one of the most powerful things I use to research sports card investments. I don't know how anyone does it, how anyone does sports card investing without this tool. That's how powerful it is. You know, I pay for it every month and everything, and it's well worth it. It makes me so much more money than it costs. But anyway, so I pulled it up here. I'll leave a link in the description to the Market Movers tool, and you can use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or your first year. I highly recommend getting the year because that saves you by far the most money. And if you are even a little bit serious about sports card investing, you need to have this tool. All right, let's dive in. So Zion Williamson, the card that went up the most in the basketball card market in the last 7 days was a Zion Williamson 2019 Chronicles Phoenix Raw. There were 8 sales of it. The lowest sale was $7.50. The highest sale was $20.50. And I would say 8 sales is relevant. 170% gain. Pretty dang awesome. You might be wondering what these 5 buttons are down here. This can pull up the chart for the card, which I'm going to do real quick. Just click the button. So it's pulling up over the last 3 months, this card. So we can see right here what it did. Look at that. It's a pretty good looking card. Pretty good looking card. We're just looking at it raw. It's kind of gone up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Looks like we caught it at a spot that someone sold it way down here and then someone sold it up here. So that created that 170% gain. So this is a card that I wouldn't necessarily be looking to buy. See, this is what Market Movers really helps me decide, right? It shows me something like this where I'm like, wow, that's got to be a card worth looking at. But then I can see the pattern and the trends where it goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up. And it's overall going up. Now, buying it at $750 is a no-brainer of a decision. I can tell that by looking at the chart because that's the lowest dot on this entire thing for 3 months. And we're in the basketball season. So things are never hotter than during the basketball season as long as the player is healthy and playing. Even right now, I expect this card, by what the chart shows us, to sell again for $30. I mean, if Zion has a triple-double with 30-some points, it's probably going to shoot this card up to $30. So this could be a good buy, but I would be looking to buy it more around $15 probably. It looks like that's kind of the bottom. You can tell, like right here, $15, $15.25. You can keep seeing that spot along here, $15. All these little spots down here, like there and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. 15 seems to be the low of this card. So I'd be looking to buy it for around 15 or less, because eventually it's going to shoot up to probably 25 plus. So that's what I got for you on that one. By the way, these other buttons, shows me which ones are for sale on eBay. So just look at this search. This is such, do you ever do a search like this? This is such a specific search, and Market Movers just pulls it right up for me. So here's one for 20 bucks. Like I said, if you can buy this card, make this guy an offer, or gal. Gals buy and sell cards too. Gal. By the way, I'm not even 40 years old, so gal is just a word that I think is kind of funny. I'm not like some 80-year-old man. Not that there's anything wrong with 80-year-old people. They know more than everybody else. They've lived more life. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. But if you make this guy and get this card for under 15 bucks, eventually you're going to be able to sell it for 25 plus as soon as he has a good game. What I would probably do, though, is I'd probably go find it on StarStock, which, if you've never been on StarStock, I don't already have myself logged in. I'm not going to log myself in while you're watching. But this is StarStock. I'll leave a link for this in the description too. You can use the code SportsCardConsultant, and you'll get $10 free when you deposit $10 or more. So what you can do here, I could just go on here and I could just buy this card, right? I could go on here and I could just buy this card. Not that card. Well, that one too. I could. But I could go on here and I could find this and buy this if the price is right on StarStock. Buy it for 15, 10 bucks, and then just list it right away on StarStock for 20, 25 bucks. That's the beauty of using a site like StarStock, because I can just I never physically have these cards. You buy them. You can have them shipped to you. You can. But what's beautiful is you don't have to, because one of the things, when I buy a card, I want to be able to sell it right away, especially when the season's going on anyways. Because Zion tomorrow, does he play tomorrow? I'm not sure, but say he does. Say he comes in and puts up a 30-pointer triple-double, all of his cards are going to go up. So it's nice to be able to buy his card today and then list it 1 minute later for a higher price. That's what StarStock lets you do. Amazing tool to make money with during the season, no doubt about it. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. Use code SportsCardConsultant for a free $10 on StarStock when you deposit $10 or more. So the next card, you probably want to know what the other three buttons. Just add to favorites. So I can just add it to my favorites, so keep track of it for me. I can add it to my collection, where it keeps track of it even more. So it's me saying, hey, I own this card, and I want to put it in my collection, which is right here. And it'll just show you all the cards that are in your collection, how much they've gone up, how much they've gone down, stuff like that. And then a price alert. So I could put this card in here. I'll say, hey, if this card goes below $15, alert me, Market Movers, because that means I want to buy it. Hey, Market Movers, I have this card. Tell me when it goes above $25 so I know when to sell it. So you don't have to keep track of that and check it every day. Market Movers will check all of your cards. You can set as many alerts as you want. Market Movers will just track all of that and alert you as soon as it happens every time. So that's really powerful. So it's like an assistant too. All right, so the second card. So this was the top gaining card according to Market Movers in the past 7 days. So the second one, Matisse Thybulle. He had 13 sales. I'd say that's relevant. Lowest sale, $1.25. Max sale, $12. Interesting. But average sale being 5, that doesn't really matter. That just kind of adds up all of those. Now let's chart this card and see what it's like. Because sure, that looks good. That looks good on paper. Ooh, 157%. Maybe I want to get it. But let's take a closer look, which the Market Movers tool allows me to do. And this card is kind of up and down all over the place too, but you see the pattern, right? So if you can buy this card for sub $2, you know that eventually it's going to sell for, damn, $8. I'd say $8 is pretty expected, pretty acceptable. So if you can find this card for, under $3, go ahead and buy it. Again, I wouldn't buy that on eBay and have it sent to me unless I wanted to get it graded. I don't see any reason to get this card graded. But on StarStock, I would just look for them. Maybe we can do that real quick. Let's look. Goodness gracious, how do you spell his name? If I nail that, did I nail that in the first shot? I wonder if that is how you spell his name. Whoo, it is. I don't know much about this guy. Look. So you can just go on here and you can just buy. So they have the cards rated. You want to buy the StarStock A's because these StarStock people actually send their cards into StarStock, like you and I can send our cards into StarStock. And what they'll do, because these are raw cards here in this case, they will look them over, and the ones that look really, really good, they'll list them as StarStock A, and of course less than that B, and of course less than that C. Stick to the A's. Okay, stick to the A's. That is what I have to say. Maybe later I just may. Can I come up with any more rhymes? I don't think so. This is lame. I am lame. I am sorry. So what was that card that we were looking at in particular? Okay, it's his Prism. And we saw that, right? There it is. So, by the way, StarStock is a little different because these cards, they since they've been looked over, the market deems them more worthy than your typical raw ungraded card because these cards have actually been looked at by professionals at StarStock, and StarStock said, hey, this is a really good looking card. And they look at the corners, the edges, the surface, and the corners, edge, surface, and the centering, because that's how grading is done. Those are the four things grading looks at. You can also buy this card in a, let's go back, none for sale. A 9 is going for $70. StarStock A for 12.5. So what's interesting here, it doesn't really matter. This is more, sure, this is more than the, well, it's not that far off. I mean, one just sold there for $12, but that's at the height. But since they've been looked over, the market deems them more valuable than you would find them on eBay. Okay. So if you feel like he's going to have a good game, or he's going to have a really good game at some point during the season, or if someone gets injured on, like Philly's been, does he still play for Philly? Good question. But if you feel like he's going to do well, at least decently well, at any point during the season, honestly, you buy the card and you buy it for $12.5. It doesn't get sent to you or anything. It just stays right here. You could have it sent to you, but not many reasons to do that unless you want to get it graded. You do not want to get this Matisse Thybulle graded. No, you do not. Unless you're like his mother, sure, get it graded. But if you're a sports card investor, don't do that, is my opinion. Now, you'd buy this $12.5, and then right away, right after you bought it, you would just list it for 15, 17, $20. And using this multiplier, right, because we see it gets down to about $3, and then it'll typically go for about $9. So that's a triple. So $12. I would go on here. Let's see. $264 cards in vault, 59 for sale, but 264 in the vault. So that means there's 59 up for sale, but there's 264 total that people are just sitting on and they haven't put out here in the marketplace yet. But what you would do is you just buy this card for $12.5, and you would just relist it for 15, 20, $25 right here within 1 minute of you buying the card. So good way to make a good profit. Like today, I sold a, what was it? I sold a Trae Young today, a Trae Young Rookies and Stars that I'd bought for, it was numbered out of 99. I bought it for $50 and I sold it for $80. I did that within a matter of a week because I saw it. I just looked. That's another thing you can do. You just go into StarStock and you look around for cards that are undervalued. You know, you got to look around here. I'm not going to do all that on this video, but you just go to the marketplace and start looking. Like you can go to Matisse Thybulle cards. And these are all his cards, and you can just say, okay, where is it undervalued? You know, start looking for cards that are numbered. Start looking for cards that have way less on StarStock. Like this has only got 8. There's only 8 of these available. Like that's actually, for real, that's a pretty good opportunity to me. Oh, no, but it's 2019. Nope, you only want rookie. You only want to deal with rookie years, basically. Especially on a guy like this. But you look at his rookies. Wait, is that his rookie year? I thought he was from the 18 class. Okay, well, this is his rookie. There's only 8 of them, right? So interesting. When you come in here and you change the price on the one that you buy, it's not in as big of a sea of competition. Where here there's, Wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, this is the silver. I see. So the silver, there's only 4 for sale, but 59 for sale. That's a more competitive landscape, although the prism is going to be the highest in demand. You know what I mean? So that number doesn't necessarily matter as much, but 38. What am I missing here? What is the difference between this? Oh, from the factory set and the base. Whatever. Go ahead and buy this just because it's a slightly different listing and sell it like that. So you're in a smaller sea of competition. This would be a really good one too, honestly. $50 for a silver. There's only 4 of them. This will be one of the absolute first cards to go if he has a game. And at some point during the season, he's going to have a game. I can almost guarantee that. So this is now a card that I'm looking at. This is the kind of research I do when I recommend cards to my Sports Card Society, because you're listening to the thinking that I do before I recommend a card to my Sports Card Society. Go through all this kind of research and think about what's the exit strategy. You really got to think about what your exit strategy is. What do you plan on doing? Do you plan on selling in season? Like, it's early in season. If I buy Matisse Thybulle Prism Silver, because those are highly coveted cards, if I buy it on StarStock for $50, all he's got to do is have one game at some point during the season. Does that seem plausible? You damn Skippy. You kidding me? All he's got to do is he has one 30-point game. Boom. It's going to shoot to $100 that night. Oh, PSA 10, 250. If you want to put the money in that, you could too. All right, on to the next. Who's the next guy we got here? Third one, Mr. Kevin Durant, 2007 Topps Chrome Base Raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Because people want to get these graded. It's a good card. This one had, the refractor of this had a big-ass sale about a week or so ago. I think it was like 15,000. Whoo! It was a lot. So this Topps Chrome card and everything Kevin Durant, because he's been doing really well anyways. He looks really good coming back. But here's what his card's been doing. So it's dated back to October 6th, so about 3 months. On that date, it was one raw went for $575. One apparently went for $326. Damn, I wish I would have bought that one. $400. If you can get that card for under $400, just get it. Well, that's not true, because getting raw is like, looking at this one, you can tell that this side right here is just a little bit thicker than this side. So there's a decent chance that I could come back at 10, because it's not crazy different, but my guess would be a 9 if the corners, the edges, and the rest of the surface are good. So what you pay on a raw it's a bit of a gamble, but if it comes back graded well, you really cash in. And look at how much it's been going up. Someone bought a raw. I think that is a false buy. Like, that happens on eBay. People will buy cards. It's a bit scam. I don't know exactly why they do it, but I think it's to like just kind of run up the overall prices of the cards because they own some. Some people do that, so you got to watch out. That's just such a big gain. Although this is a pretty rare card, but that's insane. I mean, no one's gonna go with half a mind in their head if they have any clue what they're doing. Hey, the last one sold for $900. You can check that right on eBay, by the way. And then, hey, I'll pay double that. No, that's not a real sale. So right now, the Kevin Durant Chrome, you're probably going to pay $1,000. You hope to get it under $1,000 by the look of it. This is a card that I would actually be interested in. You can see the trajectory. You know that Kevin Durant's been doing well. You know, the Nets have looked good, and so you can just see a lot of potential there. All right, the next guy. LeBron James 2019 Optic Base in the PSA 9 has went up 121%, 16 sales. I would say that is relevant. Minimum sale $15 and then 42. Let's pull that card up. Let's close down this Kevin Durant quick. Let's see what this card looks like. There it is in the PSA 9. This is not a card that I would get graded. So you can see how this is just a little thicker white border than this over here. PSA 10 can be within, like if it were perfectly even, it'd be 50-50. PSA for a 10 allows it to be within 60-40. That kind of looks like it's within 60-40 to me, but I wouldn't have guessed that would come back at 10 and it didn't. But you look at the top and bottom. I think top and bottom is the biggest problem. It's so much thicker down here than it is up here. Anyways, so this card overall, you can see that dotted line. See how powerful this market movers tool is? Again, the link is in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. I highly recommend the year because that is such an amazing deal. I think even if you didn't use the code, I think it's a better deal on the year than it is paying month to month. And then to get a 20% off that on top of it is just such a phenomenal deal. So look how powerful this is. All right. You can see overall the dotted line is going down. Granted, this is certainly going down because they won the finals around here. And this one's one of those cards just like up and down and up and down and up and down. You know, right now the latest sale, someone bought it for $11.50 today. That's interesting. That must be brand new. See, that's just crazy. Look, $23, $42, 11.5. Like, so we can say overall the card's probably worth about $25, right? So yeah, if you can buy it for $11.50, go ahead. Again, this is a card that you could buy it on eBay. You could do that, but I just don't see the margin in there to really make that worth it. That would be something I'd buy on StarStock because I don't have to pay for shipping. I don't have to pay for tax because when you buy a card here, you don't pay shipping fees. You don't even pay tax. You just pay $7.50 and it goes into your account. And then you relist it for $10, $12, $15. You can do that basically within like 30 seconds of buying the card. So cards at these prices, these low of prices, that's what I do. Is I just use StarStock, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, this is the game. This is the future. This is the future. This is the absolute future of card trading and selling. Now, I still buy cards, no doubt about it. Like today, I bought a PSA 8 LeBron Bazooka rookie, number 276, and it's gold. So it's a really rare card. That's one that I want to have in my physical possession. And it's a high enough priced card that I want it sent to me. Plus, I may send it into PSA and try to get it to come back a 9, hell, maybe a 10, because I buy it as an 8. If it comes back a 9, I just made a lot of money. If it comes back a 10, which I don't anticipate, but I'll have to look at the card, I make a whole hell of a lot of money. So a card like that I buy. This is a card that's about flipping. No doubt about it. Now, who are we on to next? How many have we been through here? We've been through Zion, Matisse, Kevin, LeBron. Last one is another LeBron James. Apparently, it's his Mosaic Jam Masters green in a PSA 10. The lowest sale of it went for $83. The highest sale went for $305. Now this is an interesting card. Let's pull her up. And you can just go in here and edit everything too. You can just edit the dates. You can edit the player. You can add multiple players. You can pick all kinds of cards. Pick all kinds of variations within those sets and different gradings like raw, PSA 10, PSA 9. It's pretty amazing. All right. See what this looks like here. Yeah, it's a pretty cool card, actually. Jeez, I do like that card. It also tells you the pop count. So there's 313 of these in existence. That number will go up, but that's a really small number. So this is interesting. Now this card overall has been going down over this time. For some reason, someone bought one for $305. This is, I would say, a false sale. It's a sale, but it's a bullshit sale. And then see, that one went for $139. This card looks like overall it's trending down. Wait till LeBron has a big game. But we expect big games from LeBron. So I'd say this is probably about a $120 card, honestly. Someone bought it, and then someone bought it for $100. So this isn't a card I'd be interested in buying either, because you can see overall it's just trending down over the last 3 months, even with what we got 2+ weeks of the season going on. Anyway, so that's what I got for you today. Those are the top five gaining cards over the last 7 days in the sport of basketball, that is. All the links are in the description. Link to the Sports Card Society. Get exclusive video from me almost every day. Plus you get discount PSA grading. Link for the Market Movers tool. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month, your first year. Highly recommend a year. I also have a link in there for StarStock. Use code SportsCardConsultant for free $10 on on StarStock when you deposit $10 or more. And give the video a like, homie, and subscribe. We got a lot more of this fire coming out. Enjoy basketball. Happy New Year. Stay classy. You're awesome.